What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another rundown. This is our third episode here. This is a weekly rundown. We got Ash Hoffman over here in Colorado. My name's Samuel Libenzon. Today's Friday, March 17th that we're recording this. We got a lot of exciting stuff to talk about. So, let's get right into it. We're going to be talking about in the first segment, mainly just like general cool stuff that's kind of just in the news, more pop culture stuff. If that doesn't really interest you, you can already skip ahead to the second half where we have the UFC, the sports, the real shit. But right now we're going to talk about some lighter topics, like this Silicon Valley bank failure,
Lighter topics. Yeah, it's not surprising. I don't think it'll be the last bank. And the issue is the Fed bailed them out entirely. So now the government's printing a shit ton of money again, which is not going to be good for our economy, and it's not going to be good for inflation. I'm happy for them that they got bailed out, but I'm not sure if that's the right thing, if it's the right message that the government is providing, is saying, hey, you can go and use your investing funds in the bank to buy mortgage properties, and if it doesn't go right, we'll bail you out. So I personally don't think I'm happy for them, but I'm not sure if it was the right call, especially with the amount of money that they're printing after the fact.
No, it's absolute bullshit. It took like a month for them to do anything about like Palestine, Ohio, where there's a bunch of kids, crying and dying and getting rashes. And then this is all we got to keep in mind. This is all stuff that's about above 250 grand is an FDIC insured. So all of these accounts are pretty like for rich ass motherfuckers. Like the fucking people in Ohio, like average salary 40 grand. The average in America, people having a bank account is $10,000 total. So everyone who's normal is fine. But these rich ass motherfuckers getting over 250 G's in their checking are getting bailed out by the government now. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's more. So the bank was really just for tech startups in Cali. It's more that these startups are getting bailed out now, which obviously it's not the startup's fault, shit happens, but the bank was really irresponsible for going out and using investor funds to buy mortgages, using funds that they were supposed to keep secure to make investments, especially ones that are so risky.
I saw that the bonds they got had like a 2% or like a 1.5% profit, and now the rates are like way better. These people just got screwed. But yeah, the other bank that's in California too, like I saw a video of the outside of it. We can insert it in this right now. All the customers are just like in G-Wagons, Aston Martins, like crazy cars. Like these motherfuckers, like, I would say that top priority is probably like the average people of America,
But it's not. I mean, I'm not saying it shouldn't be, but the government clearly shows that it's not,
No, yeah, it's not, but that's the issue. Which sucks, but whatever. I mean, I guess that's fine. These people getting a classic bailout. Got a Buffalo Wild Wings lawsuit going down. This is the most absurd thing I've ever seen.
And it's 100% valid. The dude has a crazy point.
He has a crazy point that no one's thought of before. That's the craziest part. Is like no one said it ever. This guy's the first one.
And now, I mean, shit, dude, he might win that lawsuit and change the wing game forever, because now they're not going to be able to call boneless wings wings. They're just going to have to call nuggets again. And who the fuck wants to go and order nuggets?
Or nuggets or tenders, chicken tenders.
But those aren't tenders, though. Those are like little nuggets. A tender includes like 3 nuggets in one.
Yeah.
The boneless wings, let's just use
like they're not a nugget either. I feel like they're not a nugget. I feel like they're not a nugget either, though. Like a chicken nugget, I think of like a chicken nugget, like a little chicken nugget.
That's technically what it is, though. When
not
you
like
think about it, it's just a chicken nugget that instead of like an oval, it's more of a ball.
I feel like they're gonna make a unique name, like something of their own, like the Buffalo Wild Wings chicken.
I wonder how much this dude is gonna get awarded. I'm really curious as to how much this dude is gonna get awarded.
I hope
it's going to be upwards 500 racks.
I hope he gets the most he possibly can. Honestly, like
I mean, yeah, but he just completely changed. He just completely changed the wing game,
bro. I hope he wins. Honestly, I hope he wins.
Yeah, me too.
Next up, we have this Aiden Ross two gender situation, some absolute clout chasing bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know why he posted that, whether you believe that or not. Like, no one cares about your opinion on it. Like, no one cares that he had to say that.
Yeah,
And it just made him look bad.
yeah, he got a lot of views. It was like a clout clickbaiting. Like you just, I don't know. It was kind of like a Tate copycat, but it didn't really work.
I haven't heard anything about Aiden Ross since that, to be honest with you. I'm like, I think I like the dude. He seems like a cool, nice. He's a nice Jewish kid, just like us. But
Yeah, he was doing
but
good.
that was just a stupid tweet. There is no reason to say something like that. And I think that Rumble money is getting to his head.
Yeah, the kick money.
Yeah, what is it, 2 years, 150 million?
Something
Crazy. He's getting paid more than every single. Hold up, let me confirm this right now.
It's big.
Oh my god! Oh yeah,
it's pretty.
Eden Ross Rumble contract. Oh, so it's on Kick. So yeah, it's a two-year, $150 million deal. It's on Kick, not Rumble. But he's getting paid more than every athlete. There's no Patrick Mahomes is getting paid $50 million a year to lead his team to the AFC Championship every year. And this dude, Aiden Ross, is making $75 million. I mean, like, good for him, man. Good for him.
It's pretty
Getting
funny.
kicked off of Twitch must have been one of the best things to ever happen to him. Because I mean, he could do these 2 years and never work a day in his life ever again.
No, yeah.
I think that's probably what he will do. He'll do this 2-year contract, and then after that, he's going to say, "Hey, this is going to be completely on my own time and a part-time thing, and I'm going to just have fun with my life, and I'll film whatever I want." But the majority of it, I think he's just going to like almost retire in a way. But
yeah,
I have no idea why he went out and said that.
I think the viewership is going to drop heavy on Kick. That's the issue. Is like people are looking at the money. Like, yeah, it's a lot of money, but like you're saying, I feel like after that, it's just
how
like
many viewers does he have on Kick in the first place?
Not a lot.
I've never watched him on Kick. I never watched him, honestly.
There's like no users in the first place. Like the app itself has like not a lot of people on it because it's brand new. So it's like everyone bitches about like fucking Twitch, but it's also like Twitch has the audience. Like you're not getting that money anywhere else because that audience subs. And I didn't even know this shit. On Twitch, you pay to like sub and you pay during the chat and shit. That's how they make a lot of the money.
Yeah.
So like, Twitch doesn't give them any contracts. And I saw Aiden Ross be like, "Oh, well, they've never given me any love." But it's like, motherfucker, like you don't have that audience on any other platform. If you went and made a website called Aiden Ross Live, you would have
They do give contracts though. They Twitch most definitely gives
not
contracts.
to him, I'm saying. Like he was bitching
yes,
that
yes, you're right. So he had tried, and that's basically why he moved over to Rumble.
But it's
was
like,
because
you don't even like you're not gonna get that kind of clout. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like the eyeballs is what matters, not the money right away. But for him, then again, I don't know anything. Like he's been doing it for so long. Maybe he's trying to retire. Maybe he's trying to retire in like 2 years.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. I think he's, obviously Tate inspired him to work out and eat healthy, and so now he's gonna. I think he just takes that 150 million and rides off in the sunset, and we don't hear from him for one time. I mean, shit, that's what I would do.
It's a great plan. Yeah, no, it's time.
That's what I would do. 150 million. That's a lot of fucking money, man. Especially if you want to go and live like a crazy baller lifestyle. What, you can go like $1.5 million a year. Let's say he's what, 25? How old is he? Like 25? Is that?
I think younger. No, I think he's like 21. He just turned 21 or some shit.
Really? He's younger than us?
I saw a headline that he just turned 21.
So he's 22. So close enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's only a few months older than me. That's kind of
crazy.
Like
5 to 10 years, I feel like it's time to dip out. Next, like, I don't know.
I don't, unless he gets another crazy $100 million deal, which the way it's going right now, I doubt that's going to happen. I don't think he's going to want to do this full time, at least. I think he'll definitely part time and make content, but when it comes down to it, yeah, I just don't think that he's going to make. He's going to ride off into the sunset. Shit, Sam, what would you do? Would you ride off in the sunset?
For everyone, I feel like that's what everyone.
I would never do anything. I would $150 million a year. I'd probably buy some real estate. Buy some crypto.
I don't know if
And
at 21 I'm ready to just do nothing though. Like I'd
well, I
have to
don't think
do
it's going
some
to do
activity.
nothing, but I think that he's definitely going to take a huge step back from streaming when this contract is done, unless he gets another contract, which that's cool too. Don't get me wrong.
I think for everyone though, like just in general, I think it's like it would be good in the next 10 years to make your money. Like that's some advice. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think he's going to stop doing stuff entirely. I just think he's going to stop streaming as much.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Speaking of streaming, apparently there's a Sneeko war going on. Like
What do you
this
mean?
there's this little YouTuber. If you want, we can pull him up. His name is like Penguin or something weird. Like these streamers have weird ass names, but I'll get it to you in literally like 1 second. It's it's this guy named Penguins Zero. These streamers have some weird ass names, but dude, he literally made a video like 2 days ago. He's been beefing with him. He called Sneeko like a cuck because there's a video of Sneeko talking about going to a swinger party. Completely destroyed. Like he pinpointed Sneeko's like biggest like flaw, found the clip, and it really got in underneath Sneeko's skin because he's been raging. He pulled up with two guns on his stream, Sneeko, in response to this guy. And he made this guy Penguins made a video, Sneeko is horrible, that got 7.9 million views in 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, I never liked Sneeko personally, and him being like, I don't know, I could never let my girl fuck another man. I could never. I don't care if it means that I have to be faithful to. I could never let my. I don't know how you can live through that and stay with that person. And I mean, kudos to him for having the willpower, but for me, that's just a loser move, honestly.
No, I think he did get with someone else too. Like I think it was a swinger.
No, yeah, but he was sitting next to his girl getting railed.
Yeah, that's just strange.
They were in the same bed, four people, and his girl's getting fucked. I don't know, man. I don't think that's worth an open relationship.
I don't judge. I don't judge anyone.
I'm judging. Okay, you might not judge. I'm certainly judging this dude.
I don't judge, but if you're gonna go on the internet and every single day call other people cucks and be like, "Yo, that's haram." If your girl looks at another guy, that's haram. If your girl fucking has an Instagram account with a bikini picture, like that's what Sneeko rants every day. It's like maybe don't have that in your like back burner, right? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you fully.
like that's he should have been aware that one day someone's going to use that, but I don't know, whatever. Like that's probably hard to in the foresight, but the whipping out guns and shit was elevated quickly.
You're 100% right. There's no reason to do that.
Not at all. But that's fine. But they're both Aiden Ross and Sneeko. Like I feel like they're kind of on a little level. They're like the juniors, but the big dog, top G, Andrew Tate. This is some news relevant to him. Again, been denied bail. Denied, both of them.
There's no justice in Romania.
Nope. But I was thinking about it, and like he did say before, he had like this big talking point where he was like, if you go to Romania, everyone can be corrupt. Like it just takes $50 to be corrupt. But then it's like if you go to a place like that, don't you kind of have to know that like if someone pulls up and pays like $5 more than you, like you've just been bought out, and then like you're on the wrong side of corruption. You know what I mean? Like if you live in a place like that, then isn't it free for all? Like if you can pay off the government, then couldn't someone else with more money pay them off harder to like take you, arrest you?
100%. 100%. I mean, I'm sure that's exactly what happened. Is someone is giving the Romanian government either whatever, they're giving them something that they want a lot more than what the Tates
can offer. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, dude, free the guys till it's backwards. I really hope that they get out soon because they're trying to break them, and it's not right. Whether you like him or not, it's really, really unjust what's going on.
I think it could be like 5 years. I'm not gonna lie, just by knowing like just my instincts on Russian vibes and USSR, those countries in that area, Eastern European, whatever, they're pretty harsh. And I feel like if they really got paid enough, they could put him in jail for any time they wanted to, like low key.
Yeah.
To really take him off the streets. Because if they just let him out after 6 months, they know he's going to be more powerful than ever. They know that they would have just proved all his conspiracy theories right. that they were trying to lock him up. But if they keep him in there for 5 years, that's a pretty 99% chance he might even get stabbed in there, die. He might not even make it out. And when he does,
Who's going to remember him? How many? Yeah, exactly. How
Exactly.
many people are going to remember him? He's not going to have that. I mean, shit, dude, I'll always stand by him. I don't agree with everything he says, but I have a lot of respect for him. And I think that what he's trying to push for the most part is good stuff. It's a lot of just really being healthy, religion. If you're into that, he pushes religion very heavily. It's about being healthy, working out, and becoming the best version of oneself.
Yeah, I mean, all the shit that he's been promoting, like the overall vision is all like pretty good stuff. It's nothing that harmful, to be honest.
So it really, I mean, the problem came when he was trying to build a following and he was just saying sexist shit.
Yeah,
That's the reality. Because listen, content, right? He wanted clicks, he wanted views. And while I don't agree with his stance on a lot of that, I think that a lot of the stuff he does is pretty good, honestly.
yeah. This is going into the next topic. Portnoy also interviewed him, speaking of hate, but Portnoy just sold the rest of Barstool, so he's fully, he's just an employee now. Complete $650 million sale.
Wow, it's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Did he sell his stock in Penn or no?
I don't know if he sold. I don't think he sold the stock in Penn, but all his stock in Barstool's gone. So
Wow, dude, that's kind of scary for Barstool. Because if he starts to not give a fuck, then what happens?
which he's already kind of saying, like he's gonna maybe hop out of like he's got like a contract. So I think he's got like a few years, 2 years or some shit like that, and then he's free to do whatever the fuck he wants. So he might just be on like I don't know.
Start up another content company. That'd be hilarious.
That
Sell
would be
Barstool, start up another content company, and steal all your favorite employees back.
And just change it by like one letter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you could go that far, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wonder if in his selling contract it says that he can't start another content media company.
That would be smart, and that makes a lot of sense if there is.
Yeah.
That I feel like they're pretty smart at Penn and shit. Like I don't know if they're just gonna let him start his own media company right after.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a clause that prevents him from doing that.
Yeah, I think there is. I mean, I feel like he is gonna start more ventures though. I can't see him just doing nothing. I don't know.
I mean, you're not wrong.
This next one, I don't even know if we should talk about this. This one's a little sketchy. Fucking Chinese police stations all over the USA. Now there's 3, 2 in like California, 1 in New York City, and 1 more they just found out in an unidentified location. So they're literally not even saying where.
It means it's right in front of us.
It's probably right.
I mean, listen, man, the reality is, as soon as we elected Biden to president, whether I'm not a big fan. I was not a big fan of either candidate. I personally didn't vote because I couldn't bring myself to choose a lesser of two evils. But when we voted Biden into presidency, it was signing ourselves to be China's back pocket. Hunter has a ton of deals there. Biden always is doing all sorts of suspect shit with them. I'm not even surprised that they have stations all over here. And the reality is, I'm sure the United States has whatever police stations or whatever you want to call it, like all over China too. Same way how we have it all over Russia and the UK, Germany, Italy. We're everywhere. But it is really scary because it's right on our doorstep. Just collecting information, and the balloon doesn't help either.
The balloon didn't help at all. I don't like that. The thing is, though, I hope we have a bunch of police stations in China, but like I don't even know for sure if we have police stations there. I feel like they wouldn't fuck with that at all. CCP.
Yeah, no, I would say you're probably right.
Like everywhere else, I agree, but I feel like China, I don't know if it's going both ways. Like I hope we're sending. The thing is, though, I've learned and I've been told never underestimate the U.S. government. Like it's like we might not even they're not even announcing that shit because they might not even know we have police stations. Like we just have like some fucking non-profit charities there probably, and then inside it's just all a bunch of CIA like
I
government.
wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, I'm sure it goes both ways. All these covert operations, they go both ways.
America motherfucking first.
God bless.
Yeah. Yeah, our military's pretty G, so whatever. I hope we pull up with the big guns soon. Biden, you were just literally a perfect transition. You were just talking about fucking Biden and his China shit. But now I don't know if this is just a cover for what you just talked about the China Biden back pocket. But Biden is calling for a TikTok ban. But he's not. I don't know if he's actually going to do it, but he's calling for it. It could just be PR.
I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, TikTok is super unhealthy and it sets horrible standards for children. Even as I stopped really using it for the most part, but it's just that algorithm is just too good, man. That algorithm is really just too good. It's an amazing app. I would love to say negative things. It's really an amazing app. Whoever designed it is an absolute genius. But the amount of information and shit that they're taking from everyone, and when you sign the terms of the agreements, they basically get all your app info, all your whatever. They're in your phone. If you sign up for TikTok ever, they are in your phone.
Yep.
Which is scary, man. It's scary as it can get.
It's really fucking scary.
I would be surprised if it actually goes through, but shit, man, I would not blame him for doing it. And I would honestly go as far to say I'd commend him. But
yeah.
I don't think he'll be able to do it with the amount of content creation that relies on him.
Oh yeah.
On TikTok.
I mean, at Bakery Betting, shout out at Bakery Betting. For Bakery Betting's sake, hopefully they don't ban TikTok. So maybe Biden, if you're thinking about banning all of TikTok, maybe you could just
ride my bets. Just ride my bets.
Yeah, maybe Biden. If Biden just pushed, it's American-made content, he just pushed your Bakery Betting to the top and maybe took out all the Chinese bots, that would be a solution. If we just had maybe, some more fucking Americans.
I think there's a bigger chance that pigs grow wings and take over the country than any of that happening, sadly.
Okay. So to get into UFC, I don't know if you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how the fuck to pronounce half these names. Also tell me if we're not going in the correct order. But I was gonna start with this guy.
You're gonna do 1-1-3-2, I think.
I have no idea what that means, but I was gonna go Vittoria.
1-3-2. You're the first one, the third one, and the second one.
I don't know which one is. I don't have them numbered.
No, but saying
we're going Vittoria, Usman, then the Gaethje. This is how I have it written down. The same way I sent it to you.
That's what I'm saying, though. Go 1-3-2. Do Vittori, Gaethje, and then Usman.
All right.
It's the order of the events.
That's going to be the order for everyone listening. Vittori, Gaethje, and then Usman. We're talking.
Yep.
All right. So, Vittoria. This dude Vittori versus Dolidze.
Dolidze. That's not bad. That was pretty good.
Dolidze.
So on the last few weeks, I actually was pretty big on Dolidze to win. But I did some more research, and it seems like Vittori is a really big step up from the competition that he's faced. And Vegas seems to agree with me. They have him as a -240, -250 favorite. So that's a pretty. I think Dolidze is like +190 or something like that. But I got to go with Vittori on this one. He's more experienced. He's a top fighter, and this dude came out and said it's personal to him to win this. And the last time that last weekend when Merab Devalshi said it's personal for him to win, and I laughed it off, he proceeded to dominate Petr Yan and just destroy all of my bets. Just absolute domination straight for 5 rounds. I'm pretty sure it was a unanimous 50-45 decision. Just 5 straight rounds of winning. And I'm just never going to take it lightly ever again when a team says, hey, this is personal.
Yeah, so
you think, hey, this is personal.
Personal motivation.
I'm going to go with Vettori. I think that's the right decision. Guy just has a wicked chin, and like I've seen him take some crazy shots. Delitse, yeah, I think that Vettori takes it. Unless Delitse is able to knock him out, but unlikely, in my opinion.
All right. So we got Vittori on that one. All right, Gaethje versus Fivezev.
Fizaev, yeah.
Fivezev, okay.
So this is going to be an absolute barn burner, just straight haymakers everywhere. I have Fizaev taking it. I honestly think he's just going to knock out Gaethje. I don't even think it's going to be close. I mean, I don't want to say I don't think it's going to be close, but I think it's going to be Rafael Fizaev proving himself that he is a top contender, that he deserves a title shot. I think that's what he's coming out to do. My bet for that, though, I'm going to choose inside the distance. I don't know who's going to, I mean, I would say take Fizaev inside the distance, but just in general, taking that bet inside the distance is the right decision. I want to say it's minus 175, minus 190, one of the two of those. So that's going to be a big play for me is Gaethje Fizaev inside the distance. Someone's getting knocked the fuck out.
Okay. I like
Speaking of getting knocked the fuck out, we got Usman Edwards as our main event.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Should we watch this clip or?
Yeah, I mean, show the viewers. Why not? Yeah, so there it is. That was the last time. You know, we had Edwards coming in for a good first round. I think he won the first round. And because he was in Salt Lake City, Utah, I think the altitude got to him and really gassed him out. The reality is that he was getting his ass kicked, just getting absolutely pummeled for 3 rounds after that. And then the 5th round, you know, there's that famous speech from the coach where, and then, I mean, I can't call that luck because it's skill, but he's lucky to have that skill and land that shot because he sent Kamaru to the fucking shadow realm.
Oh my
and this is someone who I had Kamaru Usman money line. I thought he was going to win pretty dominantly. And I mean, it could have happened. It would have happened had he not got knocked the fuck out.
It was like a punch and then a kick. It was so quick.
So if you listen to the video that we just played, you can actually hear the coach screaming in the background to do a jab kick. And he listened, and I mean, he jabs, Usman drops his hands and just shin right to the face.
That was like a punch.
I mean, I've only been watching MMA for a few years, but I think that is the wildest, not just knockout, but the wildest moment, the biggest shock I've ever seen in the UFC.
Yeah, Dana in the end, like putting the belt on.
Yeah, and I mean, Usman was out for 20 minutes, man. That dude, he woke up in the ambulance. He doesn't remember anything. He woke up, he doesn't remember anything. He woke up in the ambulance.
Dana's like a concerned like father or something, like of the UFC. He's just like that dad, that hard dad who's always
I don't think he's concerned, honestly. I think
like
he's
tough love. It's tough love. Like, he looks so happy to put that belt on. He's just like hugging.
Because he knows that was just one of the craziest moments in UFC history.
Yeah, he's a fighter. He's a fighter, dad.
The play here is, man, I don't even know what the odds are. The real play is over 2.5, over 3 rounds, something like that. I think it'll be a lot of wrestling. But if you got a gun to my head, man, I think the underdog, the champion, I think Leon Edwards is going to win again. And
okay, you're going Edwards again. Okay,
I'm going Edwards. I was Usman last time, but it's hard to come back after getting knocked out like that. It's really tough to come back after getting knocked out like that, and it's certainly possible. He's a great fighter, but he's deteriorating. His knees are completely fucked. So much so that I think he's going to retire at the end of this. At the end of this match, win or lose, I think he's done. I don't know how much more he can do. His knees are fucked. I don't know if you watched that Joe Rogan clip about him, but he has to walk down the stairs backwards because he can't bend his knees. He can't walk on the sidewalk. He has to walk on the grass next to it because it hurts too much. it's hard to be a. He had an amazing career. There was a reason that he was number one pound for pound for so long. But when it comes down to it, man, I really just believe Edwards gets done. It's in his hometown, it's in England and Usman's knees, man, they terrify me. The Usman's knees terrify me.
Feel bad.
So it's really bad. I haven't heard of another fighter whose knees are so fucked.
It's just crazy to like see such like a beast like in the fight, and then like to hear that, like the contrast, like
Yeah, I mean,
it makes me almost feel more bad because it's just like I don't know. Like,
yeah, if you want my honest opinion, I think he's roided the fuck up.
oh,
I think
okay.
yeah. So I think that's a big factor to why his knees are completely fucked.
Oh shit. Okay.
So
Like,
his dad is like one of the number one pharmacists in Africa. So yeah,
what
if
the fuck?
anyone was going to be able to get through the USADA testing, I think it's him.
All right. So he's got a little bit of like a.
I mean, listen, this is all rumors. Kamara, if you see this and I'm wrong, I'm genuinely sorry. But if you ask me, man, his body physique is not normal, and I almost didn't believe it actually for a while when everyone was telling me, "Oh, he's on roids." But then I found out that his dad's like a top pharmacist in Africa, and I was like, "Oh, fuck."
I mean, he's got a plug. He's literally got a family plug. I was seeing.
Yeah, if anyone can pass those tests with flying colors, it's going to be him. If you look at his stomach, there's also all sorts of little markings that are like signified needle markings from EPO and all sorts of whatever.
That shit creeps me out, the fucking needles and shit.
Yeah, I can't do. I don't get why people would take steroids. Honestly, I personally don't get it. But I mean, listen, if it made you one of the best fighters of all time, I have to get it, right? I kind of have to understand, but I don't know. I don't support cheating. That's why I can never fully respect John Jones.
I was seeing.
So I gotta say, John Jones is the test that came up positive wouldn't be a negative test because it was such a small quantity. Nowadays, that would be an allowed amount of roids. So
yeah, bro.
there's
I
like
was
a
seeing
certain,
talk about with this other sports guy. He was a football player about all this drug shit and like how they get around it. And he was saying all these motherfuckers have been on NAD for like 3 years. Like they have a lot of like side legal ones that aren't necessarily like the exact steroid or some shit, but it will be like almost identical. And they're gonna get in that shit in the veins, straight up IV. Like this guy was talking about football, but he was saying all his UFC friends were also doing that shit. Like it's like I guess that you can't really blame
it was no
everyone's doing
secret
it.
that all the UFC fighters were doing that. But then I want to say it was like 2015 or something, and they started testing them. They basically the USA Drug Administration I don't know if they made a deal or they forced the UFC or the UFC wanted to do it with them. I have no clue, but they essentially started testing them. So all these random guys fail. And, a lot of those people, like for example, Brock Lesnar, that dude was so roid. You know who Brock Lesnar is? He
I've
was
heard
a
the
former
name.
WWE wrestler, and then he did UFC as well. That dude is so roided up. Like he would not, if he would never be able to fight again, even if he was still on the younger side, because he's so roided up. After whatever 2015, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of fighters. You look at Alistair Overeem. I'll show you the before and after picture sometime, Sam. But it really, yeah, he just kind of he just so roided up, and he actually just failed a drug test like 2 weeks ago. He's had like every single win he's had in the last 5 years taken away from him because he's just always on roids. Like I don't understand what this dude is doing, why he's even like trying to fight legally, because this is a boxing match, but they took him away and they suspended him from boxing for a full year. Let me see if I can, for the viewers, Alistair Overeem.
Well, you can just send it to me and I'll throw it up right now. You can send it to me after.
Sounds good. I will.
I'll throw it up in the course.
Yeah, I mean,
I got the new TV merch on today.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, I see you, bro.
Yeah, just honestly, just the fucking king of merch, just making the cleanest merch. Made this merch, Peep the
There you
back,
go.
all the logos on
Oh,
there.
you got all the brand. Oh, yes, sir. All the
Yeah, you already
sponsors.
know we got Libens on Associates merch in stock.
There you
Obviously,
go.
OK News merch
Dude,
coming.
I need some Livins on Associates merch next time I come out to the East Coast.
Okay, but that shit's
But
premium. That shit's premium.
I know, I know. I'm gonna have
That
to get
shit's
in.
like
I'm gonna
$100.
have to put my name on the wait list, get in the
Yeah,
queue and all that.
because those
Um,
ones are Uniqlo tees. They're the synthetic Uniqlo tees. They cost like 20,
those are the
$25.
best type of t-shirts,
Then
man.
printing front, back, simple logo, custom logo job. You already know how it goes. Got the fucking king of merch. Go to oknews.com to get some merch. Support the team. We're out here hustling. We're risking our lives out here, spewing the truth. I see you in the comments, people. So I see you. I appreciate you, but I'll appreciate you more if you go and buy some merch. That will, really make my people say, what makes me smile?
Oh,
Good merch order. RadioUniverse.com/okmedia. That's how we do.
yeah, man. Hey, great pod. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro.
E aí, Duchess, just so back with but
Wait, can I make one final announcement though?
absolutely.
All right. This is a long time coming. I've had a beef. I got kicked out of Lifetime of a gym in my area about maybe I don't want to break anything in this office, 6 to 10 months ago. I don't know. Something like that. And today, I swore I'll never come back. I had to join another gym. I've been in the trenches. There's no cold plunge in my other gym. It's Equinox, but it still sucks ass. I have to pay more. It sucks. It has no features. The parking sucks. I've been in the trenches for 6 fucking months. And today, my father has sent me an email that shows this man has been fired from his job. Good riddance. He worked there for 2 years. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna stomp on his grave. This guy deserves absolutely nothing. I hope his family suffers. I hope he suffers. I hope his wife suffers. I hope everyone he knows.
I can't applaud that. I can't
Yeah.
applaud his wife suffering, man.
I don't know what kind of mini champagne bottle this is. This is on a last minute notice. I found out 5 minutes before we recorded this. This is the only champagne bottle I had accessible. It doesn't even pop. All right.
Take a sip, brother. Sipping on the downfall of your enemies. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, now you gotta finish it. Oh, cheers, brother. Cheers. Welcome back to Lifetime Fitness, Sam. You've been missed.
Well, I'm still debating going back, but I'm gonna walk in and roast the shit out of him now. No, I can't.
As you should. As you should.
Oh, just a full champagne bottle down the drain. Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
It's a mini one, but that was quick. Cheers.
Cheers, yo. Hey, great pod.
Great pod. Fist bump.
Okay.